Good morning, everyone. We'll give it just a second to let everyone get logged on. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Our presenter is Lisa Card, a business analyst with Maricopa Small Business Development Center. We are going to heavily be using the chat. So get yourself familiar with that. Make sure that you have your settings to chat with everyone instead of just the panelists. I'm assuming, Lisa, that is what you want. You want them to see everybody? Okay. The only other thing that I have is if I've been having some technical problems this morning, and if we somehow get kicked off, please rejoin with the link that you joined with this time. And we'll pop right back on. So Lisa, I am going to turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Karen. Karen, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. Well, good morning and welcome to your Profit Lab Part 2. So my name is Lisa Card, as Karen shared, and I am a business counselor with the Arizona SBDC Network and Maricopa County Community College. And I'm a certified Profit Lab facilitator, fairly new to it, but so excited to share it. And I hope you guys have loved it. So let me talk a little bit about the SBDCs. We are part of a national network with over 1,000 SBDCs in our country. Maricopa County Community College SBDC is a cooperative program between Maricopa County Community College and the U.S. Small Business Administration. The Arizona Small Business Development Network provides high quality, high impact one-on-one business counseling and has 10 SBDC service centers around the state. We also have 6 procurement technical assistance centers, also known as APEX. We used to call it PTAC. Many of you might know PTAC. Well, now it's called APEX. And they're a wonderful resource for government contracting. So as you can see, we are Arizona's go-to resource to start, grow, and transition a business. So I want to share some of the services that we offer. Our primary offerings are providing guidance through no-cost confidential business counseling, trainings, and resources. We have some wonderful resource tools to assist in developing a comprehensive business plan with financial projections, providing industry market research reports, strategic planning, marketing, new business compliance checklists, and so much more. Our network has really filled our toolboxes with great resources to share with our clients. So today's agenda, we're going to use the chat box for questions and comments, and this lab is going to be very interactive. As a facilitator, I am not your trainer. You took the trainings, and so we're going to really use that chat box today to really flesh this out of what we learn. Karen is going to be assisting us, and so if you need any assistance, you can message her. If the volume seems kind of low, go ahead and adjust it and turn it up and see if that helps. So some of the goals that we're going to cover are, working with an SBDC counselor to apply some of this learning to your business and answer your questions, and then create deep understanding and insights by practicing the course content and tools and identifying action items for your business, and then providing that accountability. With having an SBDC counselor, that really helps with that part, and then just getting things done. All right, so we're going to use that chat box, so get ready. So shout out your business name if you would like. We want to know what's your business and your favorite season. Karen and I were just talking about the weather and how it's still nice enough to take in another hike maybe on the weekend. I'm going to open up the chat. Tell us your business and favorite season. Anybody? Come on. All right, NB Real Estate. The Taza Coffee Shop. Hey, good morning. Awesome. We've got 2 of you from the coffee shop. Wonderful. Anyone else? Favorite season? All right. It must be, okay, let's see. We've got Showtime Fire Protection and favorite season is winter. Yeah, for Arizona. Winter's a great one. Joseph's Food Bank and spring. Yes. Not that we have, I know, what is it? A couple of weeks of spring and then it's over, right? All seasons are amazing. I agree. I always look forward to all of them. That's cool. Awesome. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so we covered the over the last 2 weeks, the 2 sections, the number 1, measure, understand, and get it done, and financial statements, where the story of your business is told. So using the chat box, did you complete the courses? Just put yes or no. Come on, let's find out who completed the courses. Yes. Okay, Bessie. Good. It's really important for accountability, right? This is my first meeting. Okay, well, welcome. What if you missed part 1? That's okay. We're going to go over it a little bit, but you can go back and recap. Oh, the link didn't work. It said it expired. Oh, I wish you would have let Karen know. If you want to take advantage of going through those courses again, just let us know. We're happy to share another link. Anyone else? Yes, got it. Okay. You got it. Cool. All right. So it's just really important for accountability to know that we want you to take these courses, because here's the thing. I'm a facilitator. The courses provide the instruction, and then I provide just the interaction and engagement on what you learned. So the first course, the 201, measure, understand, and get it done. Some of those learning objectives, they were there are many things that you can measure. Sometimes less is more. And how do you know what to measure, right? And then understanding a value wheel. Sales drives productivity. Productivity drives profit and cash, and which drive financial strength and business value. So there's a lot of really good information that I want to make sure that you get a hold of. So if you did not watch the training, we are happy to send that link out to you. So we're going to do some review. So this is a process, right? Measuring, understanding, and getting it done for continuous performance improvement. So what do you do when it's done? You do it again. It's a process, not a project, right? So super important that we understand that. Now let's take a look at the value wheel again. So do you remember this picture here? Sales drives what? Productivity. And then productivity drives profit and cash. Now, if you notice, the profit and cash lines go opposite directions because profit and cash are not the same thing. Is it possible to have profit but no cash? And then let's see, we drive profit and cash efficiently, and then you'll drive financial strength. So that is what pays your bills on time, to reinvest profit, to grow the business, and that increases the what? That business value. So let's go ahead and in chat, what are the most important resources at your company? Go ahead and use chat and let's talk. Just tell me what. So we have a coffee cafe. What's the most important resources for your company, do you think? This Profit Lab is to be very engaging. Okay, renters, Arturo said renters, got it. And Arturo, what type of business is yours? And then you have real estate, I assume. Okay, coffee beans and baristas. Got it. Yes, good. Oh yeah, well, without the baristas, right? I'm not gonna have the coffee made the way your clients want it. So how do you measure sales, productivity, profit, and cash? That is a question that needs to be answered, right? And how could or does sharing those measurements motivate you and your team to improve results? Super important to know what the answers are to those questions. So contracts I see here, and food, yes. Very important to your business, right? Let's keep moving on here. So on one side, you're going to see the income statement, and the other, the balance sheet. Those items are both going to be on those statements. So let's see here. So this slide is our productivity slide, driving sales and managing resources. There are 3 primary drivers of sales: number of customers, purchase frequency, transaction value. To increase sales, we're going to focus on activities in these 3 areas, right? Number of customers, purchase frequency, and transaction value. Do you feel, let's use your chat really quick. Do you feel like you need assistance in any of these 3 areas? Type yes or no, or type in what it is that you think you need. So number of customers, purchase frequency, and transaction value. Maybe your price point in the products that you're selling. Not sure if you're at the right price. No, good. That's good. Lead generation, okay. So if there is a need, this is where I suggest working with that business counselor, an SBDC business counselor or SCORE counselor, to help assist you. Purchase frequency, okay. Need help in capital and grants, all right. So this is where you can get guidance from a counselor. Super important. So what drives success in your business? These are questions in the course reflection workbook that was a part of the training. So let's use the chat, and if you cannot hear me, Bessie, you want to, Karen, can you hear me? Let me confirm that first.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Bessie, you might want to, Karen, do you think she should log in and log out if she's already worked with her volume, or what?
Yeah, that might help. Or maybe switch.
Oh, she can hear us now. It's in and out. It might be her Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I have a funny
Okay.
feeling.
Thank you for your help. All right. So, using that reflections workbook that that was a part of your course, let's ask some questions. Okay. So what are the most significant resources needed for your business? We kind of talked about that. And then, what about, I'm going to ask another question here. What are other resources that you can measure? What are other resources that you can measure? So use your chat. Normally we have breakout, this is really good to have breakout sessions, but we're going to use chat just to make it interactive between me and you guys. So let's talk that out. What resources can you measure that are on your financial statements that you need to know about that make a difference in sales, productivity? Okay, advertising. Yep, that brings in leads, right? Expenses, inventory. Yes. How about customer satisfaction? You can measure that. Purchasing equipment. Because sometimes, when we're thinking inventory, we're thinking of just product that we're wanting to resell or that we need, right, to make something. Yep, inventory. Sometimes we need the equipment, right, to replace things that we don't do often. Okay, good. Thank you for responding, you guys. So, what should you measure? All right. So, with all the information available to businesses today, it can be hard to know which reports deserve your focus. You don't have time to review everything, and you might not know what all the different reports mean or why is it valuable to you. So how do you choose the most important things to measure? So you want to focus on your drivers of success. So there are many things you can measure. We just talked about some of those, right? But sometimes less is more. So how do you know what to measure? What metrics will keep you focused on the drivers of success? So understanding that value wheel, sales drives productivity, productivity drives profit and cash, which drive financial strength and business value, is going to be super important to you. Identify the resources most important to your company. Just kind of create that little list. And then determine how to best measure productivity in your company. So you should measure drivers of sales, productivity, and profit and cash. Those items should be measured. And then you need to consider how sharing financial metrics could motivate you and your team to improve results. So let's go ahead and, I always say numbers tell the story. A lot of accountants say that, right? So let's go ahead and use the chat. And let's go ahead and talk about, I'm trying to pick a question here. So on the value wheel, and I think we've already been sharing what was important, things to measure. But let's go ahead and start talking about considering how sharing financial metrics could motivate you or your team to improve results. What financial metrics could you share with your business teammates to improve results? Does the owner always order all the inventory? Nope. So could you share financial information do an inventory audit and make sure that, we're replacing the most popular items and not ordering more of what we already have in stock that's selling a little bit slower. What financial metrics would you like to see as a team member to improve results? You want to share in the chat or no? Okay. All right, we'll keep moving on. So I think it's really important that you know that you have the option of that internal financial communication, sharing with your team on how to improve results, but then there's that external financial communication, right? So who's the external individuals that you would share your financial reports with? Use the chat and tell me who are the external individuals. Okay, somebody just said they would like to see more sales and customer satisfaction. I think that's great. And that would definitely motivate a team, right? Help set goals if you see the sales numbers. Customer satisfaction, help improve that experience, that customer experience. So CPA, yep. So your bookkeeper, your accountant, your CPA, we're going to talk financials with them. And then, yep. So for loans, right, we're going to talk about that cash flow with any lenders for more acquisitions. Yep. How about sometimes vendors? Vendors want to see financials if you're looking for credit with them. Workman's comp insurance. Absolutely. Who else? Bankers, lenders, potential funding partners. What about key stakeholders or key employees to help manage your business at a higher level? Let's say you want to back out a little bit more and take some more of your time and do some other things, and you need somebody to help you run your business, right? So your team, yep. Yeah, all great answers. Good. And I say, when I said sharing for the external financial communication, like a lead manager, and that is more for like maybe bringing in somebody new or wanting to, attract or hire somebody that's at that high level that's capable, so that they can come in or they can see like, okay, this is what I would be working with, right? Sometimes that's an attraction thing to bring somebody to your business. Okay. So that internal financial communication, the most difficult part about sharing is always going to be like, am I sharing too much information with my team, right? And then, we talked about how sharing more numbers could help, or how you feel like it would help. But, for some business owners, it's kind of scary, right? And so I think it's just leaves you feeling kind of vulnerable. So I think that there are some compelling reasons not to share. So in chat, I want you to tell me in the chat feature, like, what's your reason not to share with your team or others? Or tell me your fear. What scares you about sharing this financial information? I know for me, I've been a business owner and a business partner with multiple businesses throughout my life. And Arturo says not really that scary, but when you have multiple partners in the business, and then maybe you have a sales team, sometimes it can feel like I'll just be vulnerable and share. It feels like when you have like ownership and you're working hard, you feel like you don't want other people counting your money. Is it just me that feels that way? Right? Sometimes you get like, I don't want you counting my money. You make what you make. You agreed to make that salary. Like, is that a thing for you guys? I've felt that way in the past. I'm better now. I handle that much better now, as I've gotten older. But I used to really be like that. Like, "Ugh, I don't want to tell them. Then they're going to count how much money, what the profit is. And I don't want them to know that. I know that sounds weird, but I think that that's something that scares other people. I think debt kind of can discourage people. Discouragement in employment. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Productivity. Good. So let's kind of, what were your top takeaways from that first training? Maybe one. What was one of your takeaways or a couple takeaways from that training that we just covered that you feel is going to make a difference and be impactful for you? Were you able to use this action idea list? Use chat. Tell me, did anybody use this action idea list? Like, what could be the action item that you like what to do and by when and by whom? This is a really great list to set some goals, whether it be sales, um, focused, which could take you into that, what people have talked about, the productivity, inventory, you know, um, customer reviews, sales, like looking into certain things that are meaningful to you. Use this list, work with an SBDC counselor, find out how you can use this list effectively to make some real forward thinking changes for your business that could really have a positive impact on your business. So the second part of the training is the financial statements, where the story of your business is told. While they're an important foundation for preparing company tax returns, their real value extends far beyond those forms. They are the go-to resource of information for lenders contemplating a loan or consultants charged with improving the business, right? So super important to know that it's more than just for tax returns. Oops, blank screen. So financial statements in that profit cycle. This picture is called the profit cycle, and then it demonstrates how your balance sheet and profit and loss are interconnected. We learned in the trainings that net profit is the link between the income statement and the balance sheet. A business must be profitable in the long run to be sustainable. These are there are three uses of profit, and you'll need to earn enough profit to satisfy all three. So we're going to talk about that. So those three things are that you can do with the net profit are reinvest to buy new assets, or renovations, do renovations, pay back debt or pay down liabilities, and then make distributions to owners. So let's go ahead and use the chat feature. I'm going to pull up my chat here, and I made it too big. Sorry. Okay. So, oh boy. Once again. All right. So let's go ahead and what assets have you had to buy for your business this year? Has anybody had to buy anything that would be considered an asset this year? A truck? That's a big asset. Machinery? Not yet. Work truck? Yeah, those are big assets. Good. Thank you. So which of the three uses of profit is most essential today? What do you think is the most essential use of using your net profit today in this economy? Would it be one, to reinvest, buy new assets, or pay back debt to pay down some of those liabilities, or make distributions to owners? So, yep, you bought a computer desk, printer, supplies, repairs, all needed, right? So, what assets will you need more of as your company grows? Owner distribution and salaries to help with employee retention. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Very important. So if you look at that, you're thinking reinvest and buy new assets. Yes, that's so important. But also making distributions to owners. When owners invest so much of their time and money, that's also going to be important too. It's the last thing on the list, but it still is important, right? So let's go ahead. If you take a look at if you took all the profit out of the company as a salary, so owners taking those distributions, right? So if you took all the profit out of the company as a salary or a bonus, and you need more assets, how would you pay for them? How are you going to pay for them if you take out all the profit? Would your debt increase? Right. Thank you. Someone just said debt. Absolutely. Why do that? Unless you absolutely have to for personal reasons, that's not your best bet, right? So reinvesting, paying debt, and then paying owners. That would be the right the right steps to take in that order. So tell me, what are your top takeaways from that training? Like I said, I'm just facilitating. We're just kind of going over what we learned. But as you can see, very important topics. Very important. Okay, you have a 10% maintenance set aside. Good. Good. What are your top takeaways? Just add one. What was important? What really stood out in both of these trainings for you? Financial stability and what we can share? Yes, excellent. What about reading those financial statements, right? Just understanding the difference between that profit and loss and that balance sheet and how they do correlate and come together. Yep, the balance sheet. And the balance sheet, what? Stays forever, right? What else? So this is the wrap up of this review of the trainings that you had. I hope you enjoyed them in the format that that they were designed on how to watch them, and it would check off, what you had finished, and it took you to some different questions. Tell me, did you like that method? Did you like this profit soup trainings? Can you everybody everybody that's on here, and if you watched all of the trainings, can you tell me if you liked them? Because there are more trainings, understanding your break even, your how to make a profit. There are so many more trainings we can bring to you using this profit soup method. Can you tell me, did you like the profit soup? Put in the chat. Yes, I like profit soup. No, it was okay. Yes, you like them. Thank you for answering. Yes. Yes, good. Yes, very informative. Profit and loss data helps you make the best decisions. Forward to reinvest and pay debt. Yes, good. Okay, so it sounds to me very positive that you guys like this method. All right, great, good. Thank you for sharing that. It's really important so that we can bring to you trainings that are meaningful to you in your business. Financial course gave more understanding of my financial statement, like net profit and balance sheets. I would have liked more training. Loved it. Yeah, we have more trainings with the Profit Soup, and I would love to bring those to you. So this is really good feedback. Wouldn't you agree, Karen? So let's go ahead and start to wrap that up. Are there any questions? Do you have any questions as we're wrapping this up? No? Okay. Well, just know that this Profit Soup course, it's multiple courses. They're wonderful. And Karen, you saw that feedback. It's going to be really important that we share that with our director so that we can bring more to you. You mentioned a workbook a couple times. I couldn't find where it was that it was linked or available. Did you miss it? Yes. So in the little column where it would state your path and what you were watching, and it would put a check mark after you finish something, down at the bottom, it did have a workbook area.
You can go ahead. Someone put in the chat that that link was not working, and I think I just clicked on the link to check. If you click on that link that we sent out with the original email, and I can resend it again, you go down to about half page, just under Become a Certified Profit Lab Facilitator. And it says Taste the Soup, 2 free courses. So you can click on the course to take it, the 2 that were mentioned in our previous email. But I can send those out again.
Thank you, Karen. So if you are not a client of the SBDC, you don't have a counselor assigned to you, here's the link to register for counseling. We offer the one-on-one business counseling, and then the event schedule. We have a lot of trainings. Most of them are no cost to you. Highly recommend you check that out. We would love to work with you. And if we work with you already, thank you so much for being a part of this and growing your financial acumen. So with that, I just want to thank you for attending, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Karen.